Hello everyone, this is Yolanda Ubando, aka Yolanda Home Care Services, and I'm now listening to the news of the U.S. and I'm referring to the election of President Marcos Jr., the Ferdinand Marcos Jr., who was recently elected as the Philippines president, and most of us in the Philippines don't know that the Marcoses are not welcome to the United States of America because of their contempt not showing in the court for the order of their cases, which is now amounted to $353 million because of their court contempt. Hindi sila nag-a-attend ng mga invitation ng court for their hearing sa mga cases nila. And did you know that they never set foot in the United States since 1995 when they were wanted and they were in contempt of court? Hindi nagpupunta yung mga Marcos sa US because they are not inconsistent with the court sa kanilang court order na sila ay dapat mag-attend doon. Now they have 353 million contempt order, and the president of the Philippines now cannot go to US, cannot travel to the US unless he face this contempt or appeal to the court, or as president of the Philippines, he might be given immunity or whatever court decision it might be. But I'm just telling you that the Marcos cannot go to the US since 1995. And it's saying that as head of the state, Marcos Jr. is expected to conduct state visit to different countries, including the US. But only the oldest partner, but he might not come to the Philippines because of the order, unless there is a martial order from the visit of Marcos can be put to motion and be enforced according to the judgment. The records from the United States District Court of Appeal show that Marcos is being held in contempt for the contumacious conduct caused direct harm to a class of human rights victims since the contempt judgment was issued in 1995. You see, nakakahiya naman sa US itong presidente ng Pilipinas dahil sa kanyang mga kaso dito sa US, hindi siya makapunta. Nakakapunta lang sila sa UN, sa United Kingdom, sa European countries, but not in America. Kaya I don't know how this Marcos won this election. I really can't understand why people still want to put him in position after the things that happened in the past. Sabi nga dito, there are at least two ways Marcos can travel to the US. If he is officially president, he can request and he can set foot according to United Nations sponsored event could see Marcos visit, but not beyond a certain perimeter in America. Kaya, I don't know if anong mangyayari dito kay Marcos hanggat hindi niya hinaharap yung mga problemang kaso niya dito sa US. He will not be a good example to the Philippines if he will not face all this contempt in court. Lalo na dito sa mga immunity na dapat na magkaroon siya bilang presidente ng Pilipinas. I don't know why. So it's up to the court how he could visit America, or maybe the vice president could represent Philippines but not Marcos. That's how I see it. And also, Biden Biden can visit Philippines because he can meet Marcos in the Philippines, but Marcos cannot go to the U.S.